everyone, I'm Nugget and it's Christmas time, so today I'm going to show you 3 Christmas DIYs. The first one is this cardboard snowflake Christmas ornament. So here's what you will need. Some empty cardboard rolls, white acrylic paint, a paintbrush, a pencil, some scissors, a ruler, a hot glue gun, and optional is glitter. So to begin, I'm going to start by flattening the cardboard tube and then drawing a line 1 centimeter from the edge. And then I'll continue to make 1 centimeter strips all the way across. To do that, I just make a mark at the top and the bottom, and then I connect it. The last one's a little bit thick, but that's okay. Now I'm going to start cutting out my strips. And this is going to be what we make the snowflake out of. Now that your hand is in pain, it's time to start painting them. You're going to want to cover both the outside and the inside of your little strips so that the whole snowflake is nice and white. As you can see, this was quite a messy process. Now I'm going to take my hot glue gun and my little strips, and I'm going to try and decide how I want to position them. And then I'm going to just glue them together with a small glob of hot glue and holding them together for the first few seconds to make sure the bond is strong. You can use my design that I'm doing here, or you can come up with your own. Have fun and try not to burn yourself. And now, this is optional, but I'm going to add glitter. So using just regular white glue, I'm going to paint it onto the spots I want the glitter. Using a paintbrush helps it to be less globby. Then I'm just going to tap off the excess glitter and pour it back into the container using the piece of paper. And the last step is to have some way to hang it up. So I have this wire for some reason, and I'm going to use it. But you can just use pipe cleaners or something. So cutting that and making a loop, and I'm going to hot glue that to the back. And that's it, done. And the next DIYs are these cute and festive hair elastics. So here's what you'll need for this one. Obviously some hair elastics, some felt in Christmas colors, some ribbon, some scissors, and also hot glue. For the first design, I'm taking some maroon colored felt and marking 2 equal length strips with a gel pen, and then I'm just going to cut those out. And you want to fold them like this for the loops of the bow. Then you're going to cut out 2 more strips for the ends. Then taking some hot glue, we're going to make those folds permanent and attach the loops to the ends. Bringing back the felt, I'm going to cut a thicker strip for the middle of the bow. And it's going to go like that. Then we're going to hot glue the hair elastic to the bow, and you want to make sure you leave a small space in between two sides. This is so the middle piece will fit nicely in between, and I cut mine down a little bit too. So we're just going to glue that and then cut off the excess, and then it's done. Now for the second design. I'm going to start by cutting out a long thick strip of green, and then I'll fold that in half and cut it so I have two green rectangles. Then I'm going to fold over and glue down the longer edge of the rectangles so it gives a more clean look. Then I'm going to cut out a middle strip from red felt. And then taking my red ribbon, I'm going to line the short edge of my bow. And also fold the ribbon around to the back. Now that I have my two little rugs, I'm going to cut the middle strip in half and also fold the long edge down of those two. And we're going to fold up the rectangles like bow tie pasta, and the middle strip will go around it, making the bow tie shape permanent, and then securing the middle onto the bow, and there we go. So I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. Bringing back my red ribbon, I'm going to make two cute little ends, and you want to cut the ribbon diagonally to make sure it doesn't fray. And the last step is to glue the elastic bands on there, and then those are complete. I think they look really cute in different hairstyles as a nice festive touch. And our last DIY are these little snowman plushies. So onto the materials. You'll need some old socks, needle and thread. I'm using embroidery thread, some sharp scissors, felt, and other decoration things that I forgot to show. So to begin, we're going to take the sock and mark a curved line, and this is where I made a mistake. You're going to want to flip the sock inside out first, and you'll see why a bit later. Threading my needle and making a knot at the end, and then I'm going to start sewing. You're just going to push the needle through the sock and pull it out the other end, and then on the other end, push it through again, and pull it through, and just continue to do that all along the line. And then when you come to the end, you're just going to make a knot by gathering some of the sock through the needle and then pulling until you have a small loop, which you're going to go through, and then pull tight. And we're going to cut off the excess sock, the part that your foot actually goes into. And here's where I realized I made a mistake, so I'm just going to quickly fix that and then turn it inside out so it's right. Time for stuffing. I have an old pillow that I cut open, and I wasn't expecting the filling to be like crumbs of foam, but this will work anyways, so just going to start stuffing the sock with stuffing, and you want to make it nice and plump. Now that it's all stuffed, we're going to sew the hole closed, just by going in and out again on the top of the sock. And when I pulled it closed, there was still a pretty significant hole, so I went just over and sewed it all up, knotted it off, and my little snowman is ready for decorating. So with some orange felt, I'm going to cut a little triangle for the nose and glue that on. Then with some black acrylic paint, I'm going to paint on little eyes and a little mouth. And with my pink Posca pen, I added some little blush. Then with some felt, I'm going to start creating a scarf with 3 strips of this red color. And with some white, adding some little ends. And you can get creative here, come up with your own scarf design or something else. This is your art and it should come from you. Adding to the accessories, I'm going to try and create a hat with 2 pieces of felt like that, and with a white trim to match the scarf, of course. So I glued the front on, adding the white trim to the other one, and then gluing that together. And it kind of looks like a pope, but so then I'm just gonna create these little creases and glue those down. And then glue the back down onto the head, create the creases at the front, and then glue that down. And for a little pom-pom, I didn't have white pom-poms, so I just glued a bunch of circular pieces of felt together, and it kind of worked, I think. I painted on some little buttons, and then she's finished, and I even made her a little friend. They look really cute under the Christmas tree, or as decorations on a shelf, although they do have a bit of trouble standing up. And those are the 3 Christmas DIYs of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you make one of these, let me know. But that's all for now. Have a very Merry Christmas.